When you stop living for yourself, that's when life begins to have purpose. That's when you start getting motivation and drive to do things. For example, if you have a family, you wake up because you want to provide and you have to provide for your family. The same thing goes with everything else that you want to do or need to do. You want to make money or you need to make money. Why? Future family. Maybe your wife in the future. You want to attract a better partner, right? When you do things not for your gain, not only for your gain, let me get that clear, not only for your gain, things become worth doing. It adds worth to what you're doing instead of having a selfish reason to do it. Like saying, I want to get rich because I want to get every single car that I want, every house that I want, and I just want to use that money all for myself to travel and do all these things. What you should do is still have those desires, but also have in mind that you want to provide for your family, for your future family. You want to retire your mother or your father, or you just want to bless other people or churches. Adding that to whatever you want to do or you're pursuing or you're chasing after will add way more meaning and more purpose, and it's going to be a stronger why to everything you're doing. And I bring this up saying because when I started living for God, when I started doing things because I love and I want to please God, life becomes worth living. Not only are you living for yourself, you're living for a higher being or a higher power. You start doing the right things. You stop cursing, you stop going out to parties, you live a healthier lifestyle. You don't scroll on social media 24/7. You go outside, you talk to people. You're actually kind. You're respectful, cordial, a gentleman. All of these things, right? These things don't become a necessity. They become something you desire and want to be. Why? Because you're doing it for somebody else or for a higher being, which for me is God. I lived this life and I'm doing this to please God. I'm recording this to please God. Why? To spread the message out to his people, to spread the ministry of his word, the gospel. That Jesus did die on the cross for us. He lived a selfless life for us, for our sins to be forgotten, and for us to live a good life without being punished, and our consequence of our sin being death. So what I want you to start doing from now on, after this video, is rethink your motivations to what you're doing. Are you doing this because it would only bring gain to you? Or are you doing this because you actually want to do it and it might benefit somebody else? Or a better mindset to have is you're doing this, you're being kind to somebody. Let's say you're being kind to somebody, but you're not expecting anything back. You're not expecting a thank you. You might expect it, but you might not expect a thank you or a reward or for them to remember it later on. You're doing it because it's in your heart and you want to do it. You see, that shift in mindset goes from a selfish living that leads to emptiness. And when you go that, if you do go down that path, you're gonna realize exactly, you're gonna feel exactly super empty. You're gonna be like, life is not worth living. However, when you switch over to that side of wanting to do things for others or because of others, to provide for others, because of God or to please God, then life adds, or God adds way more meaning to your life. And I'm not joking when I say this. I hopped on self-improvement, and I did self-improvement for a while. And I'm still doing it. And I did it for myself. I won't lie, I did start doing it because I wanted to attract more girls, right? I wanted to be more attractive, to get in shape. And yeah, you do stay healthy because of that. But now, recently, like a couple months ago, I started to realize that it's way better to do things to please God, to stop cursing because it pleases God and it shows the world that you do serve a higher being, and it causes a fruitful life. Wanting to financially free your family, lighten their burden of paying rent, or just retiring them, for them to live a good life that they've always wanted to live. You want to send them to vacation. When you start doing things for other people, not only for yourself, life does, and I repeat, it does become more meaningful. Stay with that, brother. And as always, stay strong.